My name is Emily Friesen, and today I am doing a Facebook analysis of Luke Maiers. The objectives of this Facebook analysis is to apply some terms and theories, such as impression management and dramaturgy, in order to gather an in-depth idea of who Luke Maiers is on Facebook versus who he is in real life, and determine whether this appears to be accurate in comparison to the Johari window. Impression management theory helps to explain how people choose to represent themselves to different audiences, such as family members, friends, coworkers, fellow students, professors. And Facebook also allows for manipulation of identities. There's the capability of being anonymous when you prefer to be, or you can manipulate your avowed identities and things like that a lot easier on Facebook because you can choose when and how you wish to disclose certain information. Dramaturgy is the idea that life is like acting, that you are choosing to represent yourself in a certain way so that you get a certain reaction from people. It might not actually be who you are when you're off by yourself. Front stage is where the performance occurs. That's when you put on this so-called mask and act a certain way so that you get a certain reaction. Backstage is where you can be out of character, where you can be your true self and not worry about how you want people to think about you. The Johari window is a model that can be used for self-awareness, personal development, group development, and understanding relationships. So the open window is the way that I think of Luke and the way that Luke also thinks of himself. We had 32 characteristics that we both agreed upon that described him well, and most of those were very positive, things like calm, caring, understanding, warm, trustworthy. We had 12 characteristics in the blind window, which means I saw these things based on his Facebook in Luke, and Luke did not see them within himself. These all were also very positive, mature, powerful, rational. I felt like a lot of his posts emulated these characteristics. And then hidden were the characteristics that Luke sees in himself, but that I did not see in him based on his Facebook. These were a little bit more negative, but not bad, and like lazy, overconfident, sarcastic. I didn't really find those things in his Facebook, which is why they are hidden to me, because as an outsider, I don't see those things in him. Overall, Luke has a very open Facebook page. He shows a clear amount of interest. He's very interested in sports based on his posts, shared articles, likes on Facebook, photos he posts on Facebook. He also has a lot of personal relationships online. You can tell that he talks a lot with his family and his friends based on the photos that he's tagged in and the pictures that he chooses to upload, as well as the conversations that take place. Again, I said a majority of the posts relate to sports, but they also relate to the activities that he's involved in at St. Ambrose, as well as some causes that he's interested in or that he cares about. I think that this gives a lot of personal detail, which shows a form of transparency, that he is very open about who he is and how he wants to represent himself. This quote I have, it says, social interaction is changing with the increasing popularity of social networking websites. Research suggests people use Facebook for maintaining previously established and in-person relationships. And I found that this showed to be very true for Luke, because he has a lot of conversations with people that he maybe went to high school with or is now in school with, and he also lists a lot of his family members as well as his high school that he went to. So it's clear that he cares about and uses Facebook to be social with his current and previous relationships in order to maintain these. My overall impression of Luke based on this Facebook analysis is that he is very open, that he has a deep love for sports, that he has a lot of friends and families, that he has close connections with, and I can tell what he's involved with at St. Ambrose. And I think that this quote emulates kind of an opposite worry than what Luke might have. It says, if the internet is to keep developing, they say perhaps we can no longer afford to live in an anonymous environment where no one need ever be held accountable for their actions. Are we ready to abandon the option of shielding our online identity? I have a feeling that Luke is very open about his online identity. I don't think he would be afraid at all if employers or a certain family member or friend looked at his Facebook, because I think it represents him in a very accurate light. That is all I have for you. Here is a list of my works cited, and thank you for watching.